Hey everyone, I know y'all been waiting on this video. I said that I was going to do it a while ago. Let me project some, but this is going to be the Q&A of my husband asked me for a divorce. And also, this is going to be the last video that I really talk about this subject, just because you guess it's a really sensitive subject to me. But I wrote some things down that people were asking me in the comments. I got probably over 2,000 and something comments and questions, so I'm going to answer some of those today. All right, here we go. So someone asked me, why didn't I get a divorce when I first separated? Which was a really good question. So the reason that I did not get divorced when I first got separated is that we were going through a lot. I had been with my husband since I was 20 something. And as you know, I'm 53 years old. So we were going through a lot. My aunt had passed. Our family dog of 13 years had passed as well. And I'm separating from my husband, who I hadn't been apart from over 22 years. So that was hard in itself. So we took us some time. We got us some therapy. And as I was saying before, he did not want to get a divorce. So I was kind of like being kind to his feelings as well. While I was in therapy, I had different therapies, and I also got a male's point of view to kind of show me how maybe he was feeling at the time and everything like that. And so I know that we were hurting. You got to remember as well, at that time, I had a 17-year-old, 18-year-old. They had been raised with their father all their lives. So we were going through it. That is the reason that I did not get a divorce right away. And believe it or not, those 3 years went by so freaking fast. And like I said, we were just like trying to, get it together. So I didn't give him a divorce because of that. He never asked for one. He never wanted one. And also at that time, really didn't even have the finances to do that. But so that's the reason I did not get a divorce when I first got separated. Okay. So someone asked me too, this is like one of my last questions. They said, did you ever find out why he was rushing the divorce all of a sudden? And so this is from my friends over at Lot Life. No, I did not find out why he was rushing the divorce. I still have him blocked. So I honestly haven't talked to him. But my hypothesis is that he's with someone else. And the reason I can say this is because during our marriage and everything, anytime he would be with someone else, he would pull away from me. So as I was saying before, we would do trips and everything after we were separated and stuff like that. So we weren't doing trips anymore. We weren't, like talking to each other like we did. It was like a friendship, kind of. So we weren't talking to each other. He was kind of pulling back. So I knew he had somebody else, but it was like a welcome break. And also, he never said like, I got somebody else. If I did talk to him, it would just be like, hey, I'm not doing anything. He would call. He would be like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling. He will always volunteer information for no reason. I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling. I'm like, so you call me to tell me what you're doing? But anyway, it was like that. I kind of knew he had somebody else. He just didn't want to tell me or anything. So yeah, I kind of pretty much assumed that he had somebody else, and maybe they want to take it to the next level. And that's the reason he wants a divorce from me. So no, I do not know why he's pushing the divorce all of a sudden. And that segues into the next question. Why won't you sign the papers? I got a lot of those. I never got any papers. I was never opposed to getting a divorce. The only reason that we did not get a divorce, mainly because he did not want to, and I didn't want to push the issue. I know people take their time. Like I said, we've been in with each other for half our lives. It was hard for him. It was hard for me. I was fine with the separation because the relationship was so toxic. We're no longer in the same household. that was good for me. So yeah. Okay, that's the same question. Do I think there's another woman? Yes. And oh, someone asked me, have I received the paperwork yet? And have I been served? So it's only been about 10 or 11 days. And I honestly don't know how long it takes for paperwork to come or anything like that. Like I said, I haven't talked to him, so I honestly do not know how long it takes. But no, I have not been served or anything like that. So, and somebody asked, "Ooh, y'all so nosy. Can we hear the voicemail?" No, I done told y'all a lot already. Y'all want to hear the voicemail too? Oh my goodness, no, you cannot hear the voicemail. It pretty much said, yes, he wanted a divorce, and bada bing, bada bing, that's it. I mean, I'm going to give it to him. I have no opposition against that. Okay, and somebody else, now these questions like the voicemail and everything like that, it was like, oh my goodness. And then somebody asked, can we hear his side of the story? If you can find them and track them down, I I don't I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I want to say I could care less, but I mean, this sounds harsh, but I do not mind. Everybody would love to hear his side of the story, and pretty much, obviously, it's always two sides of the story or whatever, but I'm telling you, it was a very toxic relationship. I am happy, very happy to go ahead and give him a divorce. When you guys saw me on that last video, that, like I said, I thank you so much. I mean, over 70,000 views. I was angry. That was the first day I had heard of it. The only thing I heard through that relationship was, no, it's a sin against God to get a divorce, so he never wanted a divorce. But as somebody else was saying in the comments, it was because maybe he was stringing me along in hopes of getting back together. So he said that because of the simple fact he figured that if we're still married, I can always go back to my wife. So that could be possibly why he said it. But again, we both was raised in the church and stuff like that. So I do know that he had some substance when he said he didn't want to get a divorce because it was a sin against God. So yeah, I mean, I get it. Okay. And some people were really, really sweet and asked me, how am I feeling now? Really, honestly, right now, I feel pretty good. And so, I mean, like I said, when I first shot that video, it was the day after. Those were like raw emotions that you guys saw. I think that's the reason the video came across so well like that, because the simple fact I was hurt, all the things that, I was saying is that, like, I know for sure that my marriage is gone, you know what I'm saying? But now that I've kind of had a chance to reflect, like I said before, I have 22 years of a relationship that I can look back on, that lessons I have learned. I have 6 beautiful children out of this relationship, so I can't sit there and be angry about that. I mean, some people don't even last 2 years in a relationship. I was there for 22 years. It was toxic. I know this, you know what I'm saying? But again, I have my 6 beautiful children, so I'm feeling good. I mean, like I said, again now, it may flare back up again once you get served. And I know that I'm going to go through like ups and downs, but again, I'm going to take it one day at a time, so I have to sit there and still, I'm going to process the emotions, but I am no longer angry. I'm not in that stage anymore. I guess I'm at the stage of acceptance. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. And what I do love is that all the encouragement that I got on that video. You guys were wonderful. When people sit there and say it's an evil world, this world is not evil. I've seen wonderful, wonderful people, wonderful comments and everything. And I even take the constructive criticism and everything. You see, I fixed myself up. I take the constructive criticism and everything else like that, because some people were laying into me really hard. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all was laying into me hard, but it's all good, because I look at it like this. Somebody said the reason he left, oh Lord, the reason he left is because she let herself go. I had to think about that. I'm like, oh, okay. So it hurt for a minute. I'm gonna say a minute. It hurt, but guess what? I thought about it. If you thought I was cute in the past and I let myself go, thank you. Because I'm still cute. I'm 53 years old and I think I look pretty good. But thank you again, you guys. I mean, 70,000. Oh my goodness. On that video, that means that it resonated with a lot of people, because it's a lot of people who are going through loss these days. And a divorce is a loss. And when I'm with someone over half of my life, and not only that, my husband and I went to the same elementary school together. So it's just like we were like that destined, not destined couple, but just that couple that were kind of meant to cross paths like we did. So, you know, maybe eventually we can get to the point where we can be friends again. But if not, I had a relationship with him that was beautiful in moments and everything like that. And again, it was all love. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful day. I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.